Hello, welcome back to the LuRay Podcast, Baller on the Budget. My name is Luis Rivera, and here I am with my lovely wife. I am the co-host of this podcast, and she is also a co-host. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Rayanna Rivera, the co-host, and what should I say? I am a former teacher, and then I was a stay-at-home mom for a little bit, studying to get my real estate license, and now I'm a practicing real estate agent.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, so let me ask you this. Let's go back 10 years. And so 10 years ago, did you ever see yourself doing this, like having a podcast and, like in a way being an influencer?
Yes and no. So I actually have always enjoyed being in front of the camera or behind the camera, but never really thought it would actually happen. So, I've always loved it, and it's pretty cool that, I found a partner that wants to do it too.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about your background, like, from even before you met me?
Wow, what was life before you? I don't know. So I went to school, I went to college at A&M Corpus Christi, go Islanders, and I actually went there because I was interested in the marine biology program. I love dolphins, still do, that's why I say love, the ocean, and I always had an interest in studying marine life and being near the ocean and the beaches. And then I actually graduated though with a communication degree with media influence. So one of my best friends, Shannon, when I was kind of confused about the marine biology because I was going in my sophomore year and I already took some of the science classes needed, but I was starting to feel worried because I couldn't get internships that didn't pay. I had to work to support myself during school. So I just started to kind of get a reality check, and all that to say, I realized marine biology is a little more difficult to have a successful career, to
Okay.
be financially stable. So I decided to shift gears, and one of my best friends, Shannon, helped me kind of say, well, why don't you try, communications and media? You love all those things. And so I tried that, and I loved it, and got my bachelor's in it. So pretty cool.
Yeah. She
And-
saw what you could be successful at.
Yeah.
And she guided you that way.
Yeah, and it's funny because she actually did broadcasting in high school, and so she had a little bit of love for it too. And then she graduated with her bachelor's in business, but still, I was like, wow, that's really awesome. And so, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while back, huh? So how did you end up here in Georgetown, Texas?
I
I know that you are. Sorry, I know you are from Dallas, and you say you went to Corpus Christi for
Mhm.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's a little bit.
all over.
Yeah. So how did
Right.
you end up here in Georgetown?
So I have visited Austin before when I was in school, and loved it. And I had my sister in my sorority, my twin, Katie, actually was from the Austin area and graduated 2 years before me, or a year and a half before me. And I remember my senior year, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about maybe moving to Austin after graduation. I didn't want to go back home to Dallas. I wanted to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
And only my brother was in Dallas. My parents split. My mom moved out of state. My dad was up north towards like Oklahoma. So I was like, I kind of want something else for me. So I wanted to try Austin.
Okay.
And since I mentioned I had to work and not get internships, it was hard to get a job once I moved to Austin. And I kind of just,
Even with your communication degree.
even with my communication degree, and I just kind of moved here. I was just like, I want to be here. So I came and did, what do they call it? Like the headhunters, where they help you find jobs. So I got a few part-time jobs from there. but applying to radio shows and TV channels, they needed experience, and all I had was from school. I didn't have an internship or anything.
Okay.
So fast forward, got all that, and then I applied for a secretary position at a body shop, and I met you.
Oh, lucky me that
I met you
decided to come to Austin.
Yeah, and I still was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I wanted to do something else. And I remember in college, one of the things I was nominated for homecoming queen, and one of the things was we got to read to the on-campus school, some of the second or third graders, and I thought that was so sweet and so fun. And a good friend had been teaching, and one of my best friends, Amberly, actually got her degree in teaching, and then another best friend, Larissa, did the alternative program where you have a degree and then you go get your teaching certificate. So then I became a teacher.
Okay.
And
so you went from
so
trying to work on TV or
and,
radio to teaching.
Right, and then with that still in Austin, and then moved up to Round Rock once I got my first teaching job.
Okay.
And another reason, which you'll share when I interview you, and then taught for a few years, got pregnant with Benji, and then stayed home and studied to be a real estate agent. So.
Nice. Well, I gotta say, teaching is kind of related to your communication degree, because you were communicating to all your kids in school.
Right.
So now you were moving towards what you wanted to do, which is communication.
Right.
That's awesome.
Communication is key.
Nice. And so the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you start this podcast?
One half of it, you started the other half. So after I feel like my whole life, and I know yours as well, needed to make ends meet, so had to work since I was 16. Had a lot of good friends at all the different jobs I've had, and just kind of having that background, but also need to survive with money. And we, as a couple, had our financial up and downs, and where we really kind of almost one day just realized, wow, we're kind of struggling. We need to figure something out. And then we took marriage classes, because we were getting married that year in 2019, and somebody that was one of the coaches at the retreat or whatever introduced us a little more to investing, and besides just the 401k, sign up with your work, about compound interest and budgeting, and how that can really help your marriage be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear you should budget, you should work on your finances, but to hear it through a member of the church, through Christianity, through your marriage, is kind of like, wow, this really is important. Like, it's not just to survive or thrive, it's so you could be happy in your marriage, in your life, with your partner.
It's part of the marriage, yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of got us into fast gear of wanting to dive in more and figure out what we can do. It's kind of like you hear someone's success story and you're like, why can't that be me? Why can't we do that? Why can't we have that same outcome? And they're doing it, why can't we? So we started learning things and trying new things, and then got some really cool moments out of it and life lessons out of it. And then we wanted to pass that on to other people out there, especially we're like, there's other people like us that maybe didn't know about it, and if we can do it, others can too. So then we kind of taught it, and there's my teaching too, and you kind of have a heart of a teacher as well. So to combine, again, the love of teaching, the love of media, and then be able to use it to help others. I mean, wow, what more can you ask for if you love those things? So we started the podcast, and we're like, let's just share what we do. Hey, we do this for our budget, and started in front of our computer, and this is our first week doing it like chair way. So yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah, I know it's difficult for a lot of people, especially young people that have not experienced much in life and find themselves just like how we were back then. So I remember there was a story when you went to a restaurant. I'm trying to get food for the two of us, and that happened to be one of the times when we were really broke. And
you should say the restaurant. Shut up.
And then can you tell us what happened that one time?
I know I get emotional thinking about it, but it was Chick-fil-A. Was one of them one time, and I went to pick up instead of going through the drive-thru. I parked and went in, which I never do. And this was before our son, and we're still living in apartments. And I remember I went in and I ordered, and they're so fast. And before I went to pay, or I was about to pay, and then like it declined, and we don't have credit cards, so I only had my debit card. I had no cash, and it was 2 meals. So, and it was years ago. So what it had to be. $15 maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough on the card, and it declined. And they're calling my name, Ray. And I was like, and they're like declined. I was like, I don't have anything else. And I was like, and I was trying to leave, and then the young man that was walking, he was like, your food. And I was like, sorry, I don't have the funds right now. I don't know what happened. And he's like, you have more to worry about than chicken. Just take it. And I was like, wow. Wonderful. And of course, they're a huge corporation. They could afford to, pass out something for free. But that, gentleman was so kind. And I was just like, I remember I called him and I was like halfway embarrassed, but the other half like, that was so beautiful. And then another time at Popeyes, I went and pulled in, this also helps us budget later on our out to eat. Like maybe we shouldn't be eating out that much. Anyway. I did the drive-thru, and they had like, if you donate it goes towards the kids learning, or it was something. And I remember I wanted to do like a $5 donation, so I ordered our meals, and I was like, can you add $5 for the donation to the charity? Oh, thank you so much. Yes, no problem. And I go in, drive up, pass my card, and again, burnt. And I was like, and it had been a few months, I think, since the Chick-fil-A one, so I already got over it, and I was like, oh no. And he's like, let me try it again. And then I was looking at my phone trying to move some money, and he's like, don't worry, I'll use my employee card, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, and it was, again, in the moment I was embarrassed, but then it was also like so sweet of that person to help, and hopefully it didn't have to come out of his paycheck or anything, but it was just really sweet. And I felt silly because I was like, here I am trying to donate, and I don't even have enough for my own food. But it all comes back around, so it was really cool to see. And so I think that's why we also love helping people, because we've been blessed and we've been helped along the way. So
we've been going through it, and we know that a lot of people are going through that, and it's just like how we found it a blessing when this person told us how we could better our lives. Same thing for others. Anybody can help from your message, my message.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, thank you for your words, and
tell us what's gonna happen next time.
So next time, you are gonna be interviewing me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you can fill in a few of the blanks that I left for you. Like, why did we end up in Round Rock?
Yeah. And so you're gonna have to have a timer for each question, because I may go a little. Sometimes I like to drift, which I shouldn't. But
I don't know about drift. I think it's we like to talk. We all do. That's why we have a podcast.
That's right. So thank you again for coming to check us out, and we hope that you can learn something from us, from these stories, true stories. And yeah, you're a great person. All right. Well, until next time, go out there and better your life.
We're the Riveras. Bye.
Bye bye.